So, when it comes to leaks surrounding GTA 6, we've been seeing these pop up all across the internet ever since GTA 5 came out, and I wouldn't even be surprised if there were GTA 6 leaks coming out even before GTA 5 had come out back in 2013. I mean, I've been seeing people talking about GTA 7 here and there across Twitter, so maybe Rockstar might skip a number in the series, but ever since about March of 2020, leaks surrounding GTA 6 seem to have really peaked in the amount there are, as well as the amount of work people are putting into creating these leaks and trying to pass them off as legitimate as possible, leading to some pretty big GTA YouTubers talking about them, and some news websites even making articles about them. So it begs a question. What's so special about 2020 that has caused everyone to be so desperate for GTA 6 to come out? Well, let's look at a few things that happened this year. Now, the first leak or alleged leak I wanted to start the video off with was that the GTA 6 countdown that was going down on Twitch just a few months ago earlier this year. That featured the Weeknd's Blinding Lights, and I think is the first reason why so many GTA 6 leaks today feature something to do with the Weeknd and purple and pink strobe lights, reminiscent of an 80s Miami vibe. Now, this countdown was held on the Twitch channel, twitch.tv/GTAVI. So for them to get a hold of this channel name and go on with this whole debacle was definitely something very well planned. And looking at how much attention this got, I'd say they were successful at fooling everybody. Even when I made a video on this back in March. The countdown was going on for a little over 3 days, with most people patiently waiting to see what would happen at the end of the countdown. Whether it be a GTA 6 trailer or reveal, most of us were really expecting something big to happen here. What was even more crazier about this was that there was no official announcements from Rockstar at the time, which made this very hard to believe to be true, but simply because of how well everything fit in together, and especially with the preacher on the GTA forums at the time dropping some dates similar to when the countdown would end, most of us were expecting something big coming in April. Now, the really crazy thing about this was that come a few hours before the end of the countdown, none other than Rockstar Games themselves actually joined the stream and were seen in the list of viewers. I guess even Rockstar had to check out what all the fuss was about, since a game they hadn't even announced yet was supposedly going to be teased without their knowledge. Now, after Rockstar had joined, the people behind the Twitch channel went and took down the entire stream, which is probably a smart idea just to avoid any legal troubles, and YouTuber Joe Designs actually made a video explaining how he was behind the stream and that it was all simply just a prank that went way too far. Now, as far as I know, I don't believe Joe got into any actual trouble here, since it was just a harmless prank, but this was definitely the biggest GTA 6 leak to supposedly be legitimate and gain traction that I've seen this year. Now, fast forward a few months later into the summer, a few leaks surrounding GTA 6 did come out, but come time for the PS5 event in early June is when the GTA 6 speculation truly started to peak again, and for good reason. So many things began to line up, and with Rockstar Games making an appearance at the event, and this being the debut of the PS5, most of us were expecting them to make an appearance at the event, thinking we were going to actually see something about GTA 6 finally be revealed to us alongside Sony's newest PlayStation. Now, when I say things were lining up, what I mean is just 6 years ago in June of 2014 was the PS4 event, where Rockstar Games had announced that GTA 5 would be coming to a second generation of consoles with the introduction of first-person mode in-game. Now, being 6 years later, the timing was almost perfect for GTA 6 to be released alongside the PS5, and most people were expecting this to be what Rockstar would be revealing. However, just a few seconds into the show, most of us came to realize that Rockstar had decided to go and remaster GTA 5 again for the third time instead of show us anything actually new, besides the fact that GTA 5 will be enhanced and expanded, which about 4 months later we still aren't exactly sure of what it means. Now, since June, there have been quite a few alleged leaks surrounding GTA 6, with the most recent ones to gain some attention to be the map leaks of a supposed Vice City or Miami that was leaked, which has now been pretty much busted as being fake and something likely fabricated to look like an actual map from the game. Now, there's been a bunch of posts surrounding why this is likely fake, and a few good points that some actual video game developers have made as to why this is just another fake leak. I actually discussed this in my last video, so if you haven't watched that, I'll leave a link to that in the description. Now, I know there's still about 2 months to go in 2020, so we're far from the year being over, but considering what we've seen come up in the past 10 months surrounding the game, I'd say it's safe to argue that 2020 has been the most eventful year when it comes to GTA 6, especially considering Rockstar Games themselves haven't made any actual announcements surrounding the game. Now, there are some pretty obvious reasons as to why 2020 is such a special year when it comes to GTA 6 leaks. One being that it's the 7th year since GTA 5, and people are just getting desperate now, but also with the whole situation that's been going on in the world in 2020, that I'm not going to explicitly say, but I'm pretty sure you know what I'm talking about. I'm pretty sure it's safe to say that people have a lot more times on their hands these days, and I guess that just makes GTA 6 leaks a lot more easier to make and produce. Now, some leaks have been supposedly true, mainly the Project America's leak and the scouting letter for Rockstar to go around taking photos in Miami, Florida, but even those could probably be fake despite how legitimate they sound. Now, there are another 2 months to go this year, and Rockstar is supposed to be announcing the big holiday DLC coming to GTA Online later this year, but the chances of them going and announcing a new game alongside that DLC is something I highly doubt will happen. So, the chances of anything surrounding GTA 6 coming out anytime soon, to me at least, look pretty null. In fact, Rockstar has actually recently put a filter on the words GTA 6 in their comments section of their YouTube videos, which has led to some pretty interesting ways of people trying to mention the game, but maybe this is a sign that Rockstar Games just wants us to shut up about the game and not to expect anything about it anytime soon. All I know is when Rockstar is ready, I'm sure they'll bring us a GTA game that none of us could probably see coming. I'm interested to hear from you guys in the comments though on what you think about the GTA 6 leaks that have hit the internet this year, and whether you think we might get something legitimate from Rockstar regarding GTA 6 or their next AAA title sometime this year, if not next year. Other than that, guys, as always, if you made it to the end of the video, thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, it's been Nick Plays Games, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace!